Hello everyone, I'm Alistair and welcome back to Timberborn to this insane challenge. In the last episode we've done a lot of improvements and we are going to continue, but we are just out of the drought, so we need to keep pumping the water to fill our storages back, so that's the priority. And I preferably would like to add a bunch of pumps here, I think. I know 5 is quite a lot when we are using like quarter of our population, but for some emergencies, we might even need a few more. And just to be safe, I'm going to spend a few more planks. And we are going to build 2 more pumps, because I love having a lot of pumps. But we need to remove this road down here, as that will block our pumping. Like that. And we have this deep bad water pump online, and we even have a beaver to employ there. Perfect. So we will start collecting bad water. Lovely. And with that, when we have enough, we can start producing explosives. It would be better if we have an access to extract, but we can do without it. We want to lower this area, well, the whole lake preferably, by 2 blocks down to increase the capacity of the water. Alright, 1 pump is built. Okay, I was just increasing the work priority for them to the maximum. And we will need an extract. I already even unlocked centrifuge, I forgot about that. We just need to build it and have a 200 power, which will not be a problem really. We can always pause something. Where it was, here, underwater. Centrifuge. So we will definitely going to build a centrifuge. And we will have all the resources that we need, well, at least the production for, where it was, building a bad water discharge. Gears, metal blocks, and explosives. Of course, we don't have enough, but we are producing each of those. And we will need to expand this industry area, so we will do the same as we've done here with the platforms, and we will expand. But for now we are going to start moving stuff there. I think how we are doing with food. 800. Okay, good enough. This medium warehouse is empty of the corn rations for some reason. Maybe I just swap it from the kohlrabies, but at the end of the video, I mean the last one. I don't know. Don't forget our fluid dumps here. Which one is open? None? Okay, but we need to keep them filled up. We don't want them to go dry, as it is easier to maintain the water level than to be, you know, refilling it from 0. And remove the rest of these small water tanks. Alright, so what we want to move? We can start with the houses once again, we can start with the houses, as that is the one of the easiest things that we can move. And yeah, when we will unlock the tube race, we will be rebuilding this again, I guess. So I'm not going to spend too much time on it. So that will be 4. That's exactly what we have right now. That's enough. Okay, so 4 houses. We will still need some land for our campfires, but that's okay. Alright, we can have our campfires like in the middle and farms around or whatever. We'll figure it out. But now, that's houses. Let's move inventors. We will definitely want to build an amber cruncher later, but that's quite expensive and we can't afford it right now. So instead, yeah, let's do it like this. We are going to rebuild exactly what we have. I'm leaving this area for like housing expansion. Yeah, we can do this to make sure that I will not block it with anything. We can build a few platforms here to connect the road, so we can go around. So that will be houses. Storages. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 storages here. These 4 kohlrabies, I'm not even going to swap them for corn rations, as we will be removing them. We don't need to even... Yeah, let's cancel all those. So they won't be filled up. Maybe we should build this big one. That's a 1200 capacity, so that would mean we need to build only one of these. Let's leave that as a... This will be the residential area, and let's have a storage... Let's have a storage here, and we can build some decorations around it later. Alright, so that will be one large storage. Let's remove these storages. Let's keep that for now, as they are using the rooftop terraces. We can move those like here and keep this road going. Okay. What are our builders doing anyway? What am I building? I don't know on what they are working. Ah, they started working on these houses. Alright. So that seems this is the priority for them now. That's good. And a drought is approaching on a day 9. So we will have 12-day temperate season. That's nice. Our pumps are working. We have plenty of beavers working on our pumps, but that's what we want to do throughout the temperate season, to pump water quickly to fill up our tanks. Even right now it's not as efficient or best because we don't have enough haulers, for instance. When we have enough haulers it will be much easier, but for now we can deal with this. We have enough scrap metal for now. I'm going to pause the scavenger flag. Okay, so we will not be moving water tanks anytime soon. We will be replacing them slowly with our large ones. And we can even go with platforms, something like this. And connect the road, and we will have this whole area designated for water storage. So we will need a lot of planks. I'm going to pause the smelter again, as this storage for scrap metal is empty. So we will going to wait until it is filled up again. How's the power doing? Oh, we have plenty of power for our needs. Keep producing those planks. We will need a lot of them. 2 houses being moved. And our district center, we can move here. We will build a new platform. That's 3 by 3, I think. Where are the district center? Yes, we will build it here later. What even do we need for tubeway stations? A lot of metal, gears and planks, 700 science. And then these tubeways, yeah, that will definitely help us with, moving around. We can even build a station somewhere and then drag most of the time the tubeways, under the platforms. We will need to go up only where we will be going outside of our walls and stuff like that. Okay, and it seems I forgot to fill this area with the water, but that should be fine. We have 0.4 days. Let's go and release some water there. It should be fine. But there is no enough time to fill it up. Let's stop it rather. Rather to keep water here. Yeah, we don't have enough time. I should have opened it at the beginning if I wanted to fill it up completely. Alright, we are losing water from here, so close that. And 86 days, so hopefully we will have enough water. I'm going to keep those pumps running for a while until our storage tanks are filled up completely. In the meantime, let's go and plan expansion for our water tanks. And yeah, this is not nice. Yeah, we can't fit another one here because of the road, how we build it. Let's keep it, that's fine. We can do some storages here or something else later. It's okay. We'll work with it. Okay, one inventor was moved, so let's destroy that one. Houses, yeah, remove them all. We have a new housing. Oh, we have almost full storage of metal blocks, that's good. Now we could really use that bad water discharge. Anyways, we have some... I was going to say metal. No, we have some dirt water stored already. Let's bring some in and turn on our explosives factory as soon as we will have enough workers. Currently we are not even employing any farmers. Look at that. The corn is so good. We are still working with that initial harvest. And I'm forgetting about my fluid dumps, damn it. Yeah. Yeah, these are quite low. My bad, my bad. I need to be talking less, maybe. And more paying attention. Anyways, inventors were moved. That's good. We'll wait for them to finish the rooftop terraces. We can move then that. I let them to work slowly. And we have one beaver working in an explosive factory already. So we will be able to deepen this, hopefully soon enough. But we don't have a storage for explosives. Yeah, we need to change that. Here we will have one medium storage for explosives. It's another highest priority, but we will build it at some point. How's the logs? We are a little bit lower on the logs. So let's open this lumberjack. Let's keep the explosives factory on a lower priority for workforce priority lower for now, as it is not really that important to have at this time. You see, this dried out and I didn't want it to happen, but that's my mistake. Anyways, the tanks are full, so let's pause most of the pumps. We'll keep running, that's good enough. I'm going to save. Because I'm a paranoid, since the game starts crashing for some reason on me. Alright, alright, alright. Okay, 2 lumberjacks working now, nice. We have 4 builders. Inventors are working, that's good. Keep them running as we will need more science. Let's go and unlock what we can. Tubeway station, yes. Tubeway, vertical tubeway. We are down to 1100. Triple platforms we don't really need right now. I'm thinking how we should close this bad water source. We can use the dome or we can use the overhangs. But I need this one. With the sluices, but we'll be able to use it only throughout the... what it is? Temperate season. We can combine them both, because I don't want to these be running forever. But maybe we should do... bad water discharge here. But that will be 4000 science. We can't afford that anyways. Alright. Let's move the fluid dump. We'll need to employ a few more beavers for a while, because I screwed up. I want these three to be filled up quickly. This one is okay. Bots. I don't really want bots right now or anytime soon. That would make things much easier, I guess, and I don't want to go too easy on me. And that thing that I said in last episode, that no dirt excavators, that's still going on. We will not be doing it. Okay, and this corn ration, medium warehouse, we can empty that. We have already our large warehouse, so we will be storing it there. And for the breeding pods, for the blueberries, which will go to breeding pods, we can store them here. 200 storage is enough. So we will do that and then transfer. And we have these 2 rooftop terraces built. Perfect. So we can remove this and this. Okie dokie. We will probably be growing some kohlrabies here. And I see the corn is going a little bit down, so we can pause this void dump and open our farms. At least for a while. To fill up the storage. Okay, we can remove this. And we can build some rooftop terraces, at least this one. Rooftop terraces, roofs. Because we removed most of them. What are we missing here? Gears? Yes, we are missing gears. But we don't have any planks. I may swap this gear workshop for the planks for a while, as we are using a lot of them. But do we have enough beavers for that? We do, because we have 3 inventors working. And we should definitely use a water tank up here. Okay, anyways, let's go back, or don't remove anything, just extend this area and we will build another industrial lumber mill here. Okay, that's a lot of stuff that they need to build right now. Going to speed it up. Don't forget about the void dumps. We need to be, rotating them where they are working. And this should be on a lower priority, I forgot about that, yeah, like that. We have a storage for the explosives, so let's put the explosive factory to the normal priority. Okay, that dried out. I want to build up a nice stockpile for explosives. Ooh, we have 4 children. Interesting. 25 beavers. I think we are going to prioritize building that new lumber mill. And we will focus on replenishing our stockpile of planks. So we can construct things more efficiently and quicker. Because it doesn't matter if we have 4 builders or more when we don't have enough materials. You see, we have this builder hut, second one with 2 more beavers. I'm going to pause that. Let's keep only 4 builders and increase the hovers by 1. We want 3 hovers at least. Okay, the corn is back. So you are planting. Let's pause one of the farms. That's enough of what we have. And I'm not sure if we are producing enough. Let's prioritize the food factory. Because now he needs to be going for corn and logs, so let's help him with logistics. There should be a log storage nearby, but it is empty, of course. Let's set it to obtain. That should be filled up with logs. And new lumber mill will be built shortly. And it seems that we will have enough beavers to staff it. Yeah, we have 3 inventors, so 2 of them will move to our new lumber mill. Okay, second lumber mill working. So we have 4 beavers working on our planks. Maybe there will be more injuries, so we will maybe need to add more medical beds. We'll see about that. I'm still swapping those fluid dump workers all the time. Our corn rations went up considerably from around 600. The productivity is still quite low. Don't know why. Maybe because they need to transfer the rations here. Let's try doing this to set it up to supply and this to obtain. I know we don't have probably enough haulers for that, but that will change after we build more storage for water. Okay, so first we need to build a lot of platforms. So I said last time that we need at least 4 of these. Maybe 5. And then I will feel more comfortable to be increasing the population. Let's plant some decorations here for now. Closer to the main roads. We can even do the beaver statue. Yeah, it's a 20 metal blocks, but I like those. Okay, I should really stop adding more buildings for them to build, as there is already too much. I'm going to add the fort over. It will not last long, I guess, because we will drop with the population a little bit, as always. But let's at least use it while we can. Ooh, 800 corn rations, nice. And we need to gather a little bit more of the blueberries. Right, this lake will evaporate soon, so we will be swapping out the pumps. Yeah, it is gone. So let's start pumping here in our northern lake. We have 5 unstaffed buildings apparently. Ah yeah, the second lumber mill. It's fine. When we have enough beavers, it's fine to have it. You know what? Let's pause the explosives factory. And rather have workers in lumber mill. $1,100 rations. Nice. I should have switched to corn much earlier. Currently we are running with just 1 farmer and we are doing fine. When this drops closer to the 100 stored, then I will activate the second farm and help to bring it up again. And maybe here, when we have our district center, we will dig a well that will be irrigating most of this, hopefully. Yeah, that's a good plan. And we can even use that for showers or something like that. It will be quite close to our housing. And we pumped all the water from here. Let's turn the last pump. But we will be okay. We have almost 10,000 water and 60 days to go. We should be fine. Instead of the inventor, we turned on the explosives factory again. Ooh, our storage for the corn rations is full. 1,500. Nice. Not completely full, but full. And I forgot to Yeah, empty this medium warehouse with the berries. Ah, never mind. We will delete it later then. It's not a big deal. Okay, 2 new tanks are ready with the planks, but we are going to continue making... Yeah, we are going to continue making planks. Let's make a good stockpile. And... Or instead of stockpile... Let's continue with expanding for another row of tanks. Like this. And we will need one more for the road. Oh, corn is down to 80. Okay, let's unpause this farm and slow down the speed a little bit so I don't screw up anything. Let's pause the explosives factory. Anyways, we are out of bad water. I didn't even notice, so don't waste workforce there. And we have 70 explosives. Nice. But I will wait for the extract, I think, so we can dig down too deep at the same time. It will be more efficient, especially when we have a limited workforce and we are not producing as much resources as I would like to. That would be a better way. Okay, so this will be 2, 3, 4,000, 4, 4, 4, 4, 6, 4,800 more water than we have right now. So that will be closer to 15,000. That's nice. And then, when that's done, I will add another breeding pond, but I will be paying a close attention to it, to not overgrow our population. We will be aiming to, like, let's say 30 beavers. 30 beavers, no more. Because for 26 beavers we need around those 15,000 water to sustain us for the longest drought, which is 180 days. So we will go with 30 beavers. Wish I could limit the growing somehow. Like set the limit that I want 30 beavers and no more. For the iron tea, that would be a nice addition. But that's not the case. Okay, our corn stockpile is going up. Corn rations are great. Okay, I can speed it up again. Okay, we have enough corn. We can pause one farm again. And let's turn on the smelter. And after these platforms and all the planks are delivered to these new tanks, we can pause the plank production and resume the gears, as we will need a lot of gears. Maybe we can even add another one for the gears. But we may have to build another engine. What's this storage for? That's for the gears. Wait a second. Okay, we can remove that. And we will build a new engine here. And since we will build it on this spot, we don't need to, you know, figuring out any connection or anything. Just building it like this. And we can build a new storage for gears somewhere else. Let's remove this shower. Remove that shower, add one platform there, and a new warehouse for the gears. Like that. So let's prioritize this, this, and this. Because gears are really hard to make. It takes 3 hours to make one gear. That's 1 hour longer than making a metal block. So that's quite a lot. Oh, we have even one inventor working. Nice. Maybe increase our horse workers, as they help moving stuff around in our city. And that's really important. I lowered the number of lumberjacks to only one, as we tend to have plenty of logs so far. Okay, how's this going? They have all their metal blocks. We are just waiting for some planks. We need 41 more planks to that one tank. And then we will just need to manufacture more gears. So I will probably keep running one of the industrial lumber mills, and 2 gear workshops after the engine is finished. Otherwise we will not have enough power. Already we now don't have enough power. But that soon will be fixed. Oh, I forgot to pause this pump here. The water is gone. We have 8,000 water, 38 days to go. We can just send someone up here to be pumping water, why not? No harm done. We are missing gears for this. Yeah. New steam engine. Alright. Okay. Let's pause one lumber mill and start making gears. And put the engine on the highest priority, as we need that power. Water is doing good. Should be filling those up. Okay, gears are being directed here into our engine. Currently we have a little bit of a lack of power, but nothing serious. I think we can pause the food factory for a while. Not for long. And we are getting low with the scrap metal, so let's turn on the scavenger flag. And there's not that many ruins left. And the next closest one is up here. And these, bloody hell, they are quite far away from each other, and there aren't that many of them. We will need an access to mine. I think this will be our candidate, as we already have a path there. The other one is already all the way up here. And another one is here, yeah. We will need to build a mine here. But for that to be at least somehow efficient, we will need to have 2 ways built. So we should definitely do that. Yeah. What do we need for the mine? Oh, 300 treated planks. Yeah. And 450 gears. Bloody hell. Okay. We can plant some pine trees up here, since this is now permanently irrigated. Especially this top layer here. That shouldn't be even contaminated. So plant new pine trees here. Replant dead trees, so they will replace all these here. And then we will build a tapper shack up here and start collecting pine resin. And we will need another building for our industry, which will be a wood workshop. Wood workshop here. 800 signs, unlock it. And that will need an additional 250 beaver power. That's quite a lot. Anyways, first we are going to do water tanks. But the trees can be growing for now. Meanwhile, so we don't need to wait later. As it takes some days. Yeah, 12 days to grow and 7 days to produce pine resin. So they will be ready. And we are completely out of water on this map. The only water remaining is in our wells and water tanks. 30 days to go, 8,000 water in storage. Should be good. I'm not going to calculate that, as I trust my previous calculations. which is sometimes a bad idea, but we will find out. Let's go and speed it up. Now we have one unemployed beaver. Where we can put you? So definitely dump for now. Food is still good and the food factory is not running, and we have that second engine built. Perfect. Let's turn the food factory back on. And the second gear workshop now. So we should be able to make more gears now a day. Which means the construction of the water tanks should go much better. And don't fill this up anymore. We are going to remove it. We're going to remove a few of these medium tanks. We will replace them with the large ones instead. Since we are still producing planks, let's keep expanding this area. Oh, another water tank was added. Nice. We are at 10,440 and we already destroyed 2 medium water tanks. That's how powerful the large ones are. Since we have at least some of the explosives, I think we can do at least this to like lower it right under our water pumps. I know that I said that I want to wait until we have extract, but that may take another cycle. Maybe even more. So I'd rather do it with the explosives that we have an access to, which is the single ones. Let's put it on the highest priority so we can do it before the end of the drought. Okay, our first detonations on this map. Let's get death. No worries, I will lower the volume in post. And since that one was already done, let's do it again. Let's deepen it by one more. Oh, we are running out of the scrap metal. Okay, let's pause the smelter. There is no point running it when we don't have any scrap metal. Oh, no one is working there, that's why. And what's the second round of explosions? Nice, and I think we can't go any lower. Oh, we can go by one more. Alright then. Let's do it. Since we already digged so deep, let's do the last one. And the rest of the lake we will do when we have an access to the extract. Okay, we need to add 3 more tanks. Currently we can hold almost 13,000 water. It will be a problem to fill it up, all of them, quickly. And you know what? Let's start emptying these medium tanks. So we can get rid of them. And instead we will rebuild the road like this. Nice. And instead of those medium tanks, we will build these large ones. And that will be our main storage. And these small ones can be emptied too. Oh, only 3 days to end of the drought. Perfect. And we still have almost 6,000 water stored. I don't know if we will be able to fill it up if to fill it up our storage tanks if the temperate season is too short. That's why we need a lot of pumps. I will probably need to add a second row later. The iron teeth could really use some like that massive water pump that folktales have. that can employ 3 beavers, and they are producing a lot of water. Because these ones are not producing that much. So that's why we need a lot of them. Right. Drought is over. Let's open the floodgates and let the water in. Let the water in and slow down a little bit. Let's remove these small storage tanks. I'm going to lower our... I don't need to lower our workers in the haulers. This first should have been paused already. It's fine. Let's open the deep bad water pump. And we are going to open all of our pumps that we have, as we need to be pumping that water quickly. So we may have to stop some of the industries. Let's stop the lumber mill. And we are going to open the pumps. Lower the builders down to 2. We don't need more. Okay, water is slowly reaching in. Yeah, thinking how to push more water in. We would need to finish building these floodgates like we started before. So we can, you know, manipulate the water a little bit better. We can definitely do that, we have resources for it. We just need to get there as... Oh, this road is connected. So we can do it. But probably throughout the drought, not right now. As we don't have a builders for that. Anyways, let's increase the working hours to 18 at least. That's what I should be doing throughout the temperate season, so they will be pumping water a little bit longer. And we need to be pumping bad water while it is still flowing. If the next season will be a bad tide, we will not have a problem with the bad water, obviously. But we don't know that, so let's fill that tank up. Okay, let's empty this medium tank. We will not be filling it up. Currently we can hold 15,000 water. Brilliant. But we need to pump it up, fill it up. Now when I'm thinking, since we deepen this area here, no, wrong button. Quite low. Yeah, let's detonate. I forgot about the last layer that we put down. Yeah, now, since this is by what? Yeah, that's 3 blocks lower than this area here. So if we are going to, like, even tunnel through here, or dig a little bit, then we can use this whole reservoir, like, for filling this up. Yeah, that's not a bad idea. Let's open these floodgates and fill it up. But for the tunneling, we do need extract. Okay. Because I don't really want to destroy these levees. So we can just make some extract and tunnel under. Yeah, that will be a good thing to do. And then that way we don't need to be building separate pumps here in this area. Okay. I think that's a good idea. For a change, right? So I'm going to do that, but we need a 2000 science to unlock the tunneling. And we need to finally start making that bloody extract. And we will need another medium tank for that. So this will be for extract. But first, let's finish those large water tanks first. First, finish those large water tanks first, yeah. I'm not using first too much, right? And let's remove all of this. I should have done it a long time ago. It's ugly as hell. And these scratches, we can move them like here. Move them there. Okay, how we are doing? We are not pumping as much water as I would like to. If the season will be short, we will not have enough water stored. All these pumps should be prioritized by the horse. We have 4 horses. Not too bad. Oh, they built these stairs. Nice. And they are already working on these fort gates, it seems. Good. You can continue. They will definitely not finish it this season as we have only 2 builders. Everyone else is too busy pumping water. Day 8. I'm expecting that warning of a next season coming anytime soon. And here it is, what I was saying. So we will have only 12-day tempered season. Well, that's by 3 shorter than the maximum that it can be. We can have 15 days maximum. And here we are missing just 20 gears. Oh, planks are getting a little bit lower. I don't like that we are not able to pump the full storage in a tempered season. We will need more pumps and more beavers working on it, unfortunately. Because we were around 5,000 before, like, I mean before the end of the drought, and now we are only at 8,000. Let's see how long the drought will be. 87 days. So it is even longer than the last time. Yeah, this is a problem. A little bit. So I'm going to keep all these pumps going. We need that water. And to release all this water from that area, maybe we will need to remove these levees and replace that with sluice. Sluice is much cheaper than tunneling. Yeah, let's do that. We'll do it like this. There will be a sluice, and on top there will be a levee again. Or maybe we should just have built a platform and to keep it like one big lake, I don't know. Yeah, I think that will be a better. It doesn't really need to be separated. Yeah, let's just keep it one big lake. And here we want a next row of our pumps. Because the quicker we can pump the water, the quicker we can send the beavers to their other workplaces. Now they are stuck here. For now. I'm not going to increase the population yet. We will do that next season, or when our water tanks will be filled up, as I'm paranoid and I want to play it safe. I don't want to lose this colony, because I like it. But maybe I'm thinking really, maybe we should increase the population, but not much. Currently we are sitting around 24, 25. So we are only 5 from 30. I before said that to go around 30. So maybe we should do it? I'm not sure. Let's see. Calculator mine, where are you? So if we have 25 beavers and 180 drought, that's for 13,500 water. And if we have 30, That's 16,200 water. Yeah, we already have a storage for that. We just need to fill it up. And 30 beavers, 84 days. We need 7,500 water. We should be already okay. Just bear in mind, I'm not taking into account the water that's being used in breeding pods or our fluid dumps. But I decided, let's go and build that breeding pod. And I'll keep the 18-hour workdays for now, so they can keep pumping more water before it evaporates. Let's prioritize building that breeding pod. We still have enough berries stored. Okay, we have a third breeding pod, so we want to grow to 30 beavers, no more. And I forgot to start making planks again, so only now I turned it back on. Let's pause one gear workshop. Smelter is still not working. Scavenger flank, let's pause that, we have some stored up. The priority is still water for now. Maybe we can connect this like two. But maybe later. Let's keep it as it is for now. Because we will lose some water going into that one lake there. Yeah, I would rather to be pushed everything down here to our pumps. Let's keep it as it is for now. We can make adjustments later. Right, this storage was finally emptied, so remove that. Builders, build those scratchers, please. I know that you are working on those floodgates, that's fine. That's perfectly fine. I don't mind at all. Okay, remove these scratchers. Okay, corn is going down quite a bit. Let's open the second farm and pause 2 pumps. Alright, it seems that these floodgates will be ready for the next season. So that would mean we can push more water towards our lake and fill it up much quicker, I guess. I don't know if we will need to add a few more floodgates, but for now those 2 should be enough. We will see. We will test it next tempered season. Okay, it seems that there is still quite a bit of water here, but not as much. You know what? Let's do the same treatment here. We'll remove those levees and replace that with platform. So our pump can use all that water without our beavers traveling to these faraway pumps. And we are nice at 13,000 water. Okay, it's going well. We are pumping enough. And we even have our centrifuge built. Lovely. And the water is gone. But we pumped most of it, so that's fine. Okay, let's pause these pumps. Let these 2 pump the rest of the water. Good. And we can use these 2 small lakes. And that's it. We still have 60 days to go, so we will use quite a bit of the water anyways. Okay, let's lower the working hours down to 16. No point of working more, right now at least. And here. Let's move the holding post here next to our water tanks. And the district crossing. But first, let's move those 2 breeding pods. Yeah, let's move them here. One, 2. Okay, I will wait for them to finish the breeding process and then I will remove them. Okay, next day. Alright, remove this one and wait for this one to finish. Okay, you can go. Those are removed, and we have 2 new built. Perfect. And we are at 25, 29 beavers right now, together with the children. We have enough corn stored, so let's pause the farm again. We have 6 unemployed. Okay. Let's start making explosives and extract. And we will see how much power do we have. Okay, we have 300 surplus. Let's keep making more planks. Okay, and we have 1 unemployed. Let's keep 1 here by the farms. On the void dump. Maybe permanently now working. And I forgot to pause this pump for the bad water. Yeah, no point working there. We have 1 unemployed, increase our builders. And they are already working on the second row of pumps. Yeah, we will need to start gathering the scrap metal at some point. Yeah, this is not enough scrap metal. What do we need for the mine again? Oh, I think treated planks. And 4,000 signs. Yeah. That's a little bit an issue there. Anyways, keep making... Oh, I shouldn't have done this because I wanted to deepen this lake. Yeah. Let's remove it. Let's remove it. We can't build it now. Yeah, we will lost some of the resources, but screw that. We need to first deepen this. I can unlock triple dynamite. Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that. Okay, we need to do this. Preferably on the whole lake, but at least do this row so we can build pumps there. I almost totally forget. Alright, we are sitting at 30 beavers. I keep running the third breeding pod for a while, and then I will pause it. We need 29 explosives. We even have that. So let's pause the explosive production so we can make enough extract, because we need 2 extracts for the each. For the each explosive, I mean. Yeah, at least let's keep 1 inventor on a normal workplace priority. Later we are going to build a 1 engine and a connect number cruncher to it, so we can generate way more science. But what do we need for the number cruncher? We need 25 metal blocks. Okay, that's not that bad. But we are really running out of the ruins. And this is the closest one, which is really bad. We really need a mine. But unfortunately on our corner where we are currently, we don't have any mine here. We need to move elsewhere. Okay, we will need to work on that. I think we will not even have enough metal to build a tubeway station and tubeway close to the mine. And this one is underwater. This one is above water, and this is definitely above the water. Decisions. I think we should start building the bridges across this big sea. We will get here, we can collect these ruins, I mean. And then from here we will build another path here to the mine. So it will be expensive, that's for sure. But it needs to be done. Yeah, and the travel distances will be atrocious. And I wonder... No, I think my beavers are safe in the tubeways when they are traveling, right? So we can build it even in the bad water, if I remember correctly. I played with the tubeways a lot, but I don't think I ever built them in a bad water. So I'm not sure about that. I think we are going to figure it out. Alright, and this will be... Of course, there must be a one bloody oak in a path. Anyways. Okay, we will have a stairs here. And here. We will need a bunch of stairs to get up, but that's fine. So this will be a really bad for the production. Well, at least for those poor beavers that will need to travel here. Oh, we don't need to build the stairs. There are stairs already here. Anyways, let's build stairs. Yeah, the roads are terrible. Don't look at that. We will make it. We will make it nicer. We will make it nicer. So here we will be collecting scrap metal until we are able to build the underground ruins. So first, we are going to collect this. Hopefully there will be enough iron to build a tubeway, like all the way there, like this. Not going to do it right now. And that's it. How much costs one? That's one block of metal. We have currently 18. Or you know what? We can do this. Let's say that's 40. 80, 81, 82. The bridge is in the way a little bit. It is. Oh, it's not. Okay, so we will need around 100 metal blocks to get here. 100 metal blocks. Plus the tubeway station. So 140, let's say. Let's have a station here. Okay. And we will need to build a wood workshop. We are kinda running out of space here. We can always extend these platforms. Let's leave this area for another engine. And this can be for the production. Yeah, we can go like this. It will be terrible, I know. But at some point in the future, we will rebuild it and make it nicer. Okay, but let's make this priority here. And then those bridges, they will be working on that. So we will need a lot of planks and logs. Nothing that terrible. Keep an eye on the water. And that's it. We will just need a lot of time. With the increased population, we will have enough builders, hopefully, to do it. And we are down to 2 hours, unfortunately. Yeah, we have 5 children. So that will be around... That's 28 beavers. I'm going to... keep running the breeding pod, I mean. Okay, let's save it. Because if it crashes, I'm going to, I don't know, eat my cables from the keyboard or whatever. It's a good thing that I have a wireless keyboard now. Alright, so we will want this, remove some of these trees, build a station. Yeah. Okay, let's turn back on the scavenger flag. As soon as we have enough beavers, they can start working there. Yeah, this please, highest priority. Let's use all the explosives. And all the extract that we have. Right, so that means we have a great plans, and I was yapping way too long, so few of those fluid dams needs to be turned on. At least this time I had enough wisdom to pause the game when I was doing it. Otherwise it would be much worse. Anyways, let's detonate. Lovely. No explosion sounds for us this time. Okay, and here, from here, we will build these platforms. Oh, I should have unlocked the triple platforms. I should have done that. How much science? 200. Perfect, we can. We can do that. Triple and double. We have only 9 explosives, unfortunately. But I want to go and detonate this, so we don't need to, you know, destroy those platforms that would go here where we will build a road. So I would rather just detonate it now. Yeah, but we will not be able to make more explosives until the wet season. Unfortunately. Let's pause the centrifuge. No point running it. We don't have any bad water left. Well, 60, but that's nothing. We could really use that bad water discharge, but not a chance. Oh, we have 200 scrap metal suddenly? Or was I not paying attention and we had like 100 something? I thought we are way over with the scrap metal. It's fine. I'm not complaining. Let's open the smelter again then and keep producing. Now when I'm thinking about it... Oh yeah, we need this because we will not have enough metal probably. Oh, we will have enough metal to build that. So all these bridges are unnecessary really. Because we can be just building the tube-way system, but... Let's build it anyways. Since I already placed it there, it's just logs and planks. It's fine. Let's just do it. At least we will have a separate, you know, method for transportation if anything happens or if I screw up something. So they will still have a path to get there. And most importantly, they will not need to go through this bad water that is flowing through here, usually. So that's very important. We can even build a later power shaft close to the tubeway and connect it here to the geothermal field. That will yield us 400 power? Yeah, 400 beaver power. For free. We don't need to feed it any logs or anything. So that's a win. We can do that. I forgot to pause this pump again, damn it. Oh, 200 gears. Nice. Let's keep working on that. Yeah, the logs are kinda low right now, but we are using a lot for the planks. And we are building all these bridges. Each bridge wants what? 24 logs and 24 planks. So yeah, that's quite a lot. Yeah, that's 48 logs together. But it needs to be done. And we have still plenty of oaks that's not being chopped down. At some point I really should redo this irrigation, as this is drying out. And it's not being used at all. We will need to rebuild that whole forestry in area there. Oh, I forgot to pause the third breeding pod. Okay, we are at 33 beavers. Okay, that's fine. It's just 3 beavers over what I wanted. It's okay. We can deal with that. At least we have enough haulers right now, and even one inventory is working. These ruins will soon be gone. Oh, there is a 90. There is 100 and something metal there. I thought that there is way less. And you know what? Let's prioritize building this and a station. 30 days to go. Not too bad. And we are down to 10,000 water, but we will be perfectly fine. But I am going to leave this episode here as I am recording way too longer than I wanted. I wanted to see this end of this drought and continue then, but we at least I done what I wanted and planned this to get into these ruins, and then from here we will go to the mine, and in the meantime we've hopefully built this wood workshop and start making treated planks. But first we need to add a tapper shack. Yeah, 500 signs. Let's unlock that. And let's plan this, because next time I will probably forget about it. Remove these stairs. Put the tapper shack up here. Okay. So this will be collecting as the pine resin that will be used in a wood workshop. And then we will have treated planks, which we will need a lot. Where are you? Mine. 300. Okay. At least we are working on our gears, but we will need to add more storage. Okay, but that will be all in the next episode. So thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed this madness. It is going really well, maybe even too smoothly. But we are still not at the end of our maximum, drought, what can happen, which is 180 days. So it will be still interesting and dangerous. So that will be all. Thank you very much, and I will see you in the next one. Have a nice day. Bye bye.